Hi there. Just testing a few things out. Hit hello in the chat if you're here. Hi there. Carol, hi there. Glad you can hear me. Okay. So, let's move this over here. Right, so I'm going to talk about mindset and adopting the right sort of mindset for your career. So one of the most sought after traits in any employee, and that's irrespective of the role or level, is the ability to solve problems. So leaders don't just want individuals who can identify problems, they want problem solvers. They want individuals who can not only point out issues, but also devise effective solutions. Hi there. So let's imagine scenario one. So presenting a problem without a solution. So John, a cybersecurity professional, he discovers a vulnerability in a computer's network that could potentially allow unauthorized access to sensitive data. So he immediately sends an email to his boss, thinking he's doing the right thing, and he is to a degree, saying that he's found a significant security vulnerability in a network. It seems that an attacker could potentially exploit this and gain unauthorized access to this sensitive information. So John thinks, okay, great, I've done an amazing job. I've let them know. So while John has done well to identify and report the problem, he hasn't offered any solutions. So his boss now has to figure out what to do next, which could involve pulling in additional resources, causing delays and an increased level of general stress. So that's approach one. And then you've got scenario two, which is presenting a problem with possible solutions. So let's consider the same scenario, but with a different approach. So John discovers same vulnerability. However, this time, instead of just reporting the problem, he takes the initiative to think about possible solutions. He sends an email to his boss stating that he's found this significant security vulnerability in the network. Attacker could potentially exploit, gain unauthorized access to sensitive data, etc. But you add on, however, I believe we can mitigate this risk by implementing, and then whatever it might happen to be, multi-layered security strategy, including updating firewall configs, applying necessary patches, enhancing intrusion detection systems. So, and then you could say he's already started researching the best practices for these measures, and then continuing on. with your permission, I'd like to take the lead on this project to ensure our network is secured promptly. So in this scenario, John's not only identifies the problem, but he also proposes potential solutions and volunteers to implement them. So this more proactive approach not only saves his boss time and effort, but also demonstrates John's problem-solving skills, his initiative, and commitment to the company's security. So it's clear that this approach is more likely to be appreciated by his boss, by leadership, and it's going to lead to more trust, responsibilities, and career advancements for John. So as someone myself who is a boss, I have a lot of people presenting problems to me all the time. And the one key skill that I look for in hires is someone you can give a problem to and they can solve it. They can fix the things that need doing, and you can trust them to run with it and solve it. The worst thing that I get is where people tell me we have this issue and they're essentially pushing it over to you. You know, they don't have that initiative. And hello to Derek and everyone else that's here. Okay, so problem-solving mindset, it's a crucial skill because it enables individuals to navigate challenges, implement changes and drive growth in a company. So it's not enough to simply identify problems. The real value lies in finding the solution. Problem solvers are the ones who push boundaries, and they innovate, and ultimately they drive success. They are the ones who rise higher in an organization because they contribute to progress and growth. So problem-solving mindset, so think about developing a problem-solving mindset. So it's not an overnight process. It can require practice, patience, and a shift in perspective, especially if you've never really sort of considered this way of thinking. You want to ask yourself whether or not you are someone who presents problems without solutions. So you can think about embracing challenges. So think of challenges as not as roadblocks, but they're opportunities for growth and for learning. You can embrace them with more of a positive attitude and see them as puzzles to be solved rather than obstacles. You want to think of creatively. So don't limit yourself to traditional methods or solutions. Try to think outside the box. The most effective solutions often come from unconventional thinking. And you want to also ask the right questions. So instead of focusing on the problem, ask yourself what can be done to solve this. This shifts your mindset from the problem to the solution. And you can break down the problem. So large problems can seem overwhelming, so you can break them down into smaller, more manageable parts. It's called small chunking. And you can tackle each individual one. And also you want to learn from your mistakes, because not every solution is going to work. That's okay. So you want to learn from your mistakes and failures because they're often a valuable lesson for the problem-solving journey. And you want to collaborate where you can. You know, two heads, teams are often better than one. So don't hesitate to collaborate with others with different perspectives. Can lead to more innovative solutions. And stay resilient. You know, problem solving often involves trial and error. So stay resilient. Don't give up. Persistence is key. Finding a solution. So, being a problem solver, it's more than just a desirable trait. It's a mindset. It's about viewing challenges as opportunities and constantly seeking out solutions. It's about being proactive, creative, and resilient. So in the end, problem solvers are the ones who drive change, they inspire innovation, and they lead the way to success. So you want to start cultivating your problem-solving mindset today and watch how it can propel you to new heights in your career, because you've got what people want, what bosses want, what companies want. They want solutions and not problems. So I hope that helped some of you. I think sometimes people don't realize that they are a problem presenter and not a solution presenter. Now, I'm going to be here for a couple more minutes, so if anyone wants to ask any questions. If anyone is interested in a career in cybersecurity, there is a free workshop that we've got here, which is how to fast track into a top job in cybersecurity, which you can get to at www.stationx.net/workshop, which is here. It's a 4-part series. Let me pop that into chat here. There we go. So you can see that there. So that's a 4-part series, which goes over, it's suitable for anybody who's starting from scratch, and also those that are within the tech or cybersecurity field or wanting to grow their career. So it goes through our fast track framework and our blueprint. So what we did was look at what our successful students do, those that have achieved well and have done well and done well fast. And we also looked at what science tells us creates success, and we implemented that as part of a framework, and that workshop there details that framework. So it's a 4-part series, so that might be of interest to people. Speaking of career growth, do you have any thoughts about helping students create a successful resume from beginner to mid-level to expert? So resume, yeah, we can chat about that just briefly. So so resumes are important, but I would say that don't just think about resume, think about personal branding. Nowadays, there is obviously LinkedIn because we're on it. There is your own personal website. There is your own personal projects. So your resume is just one piece. And I don't know if you're aware, but when it comes to resumes nowadays, they're all put into these HR systems that scan your resume and determine with AI whether or not it's a good fit for the job. So therefore, you really have to customize your resume for each job application. And there are tools by which you can do that so that you use a sort of default resume, and then you use AI and templates to customize for that particular job. And in fact, there's even, I think I might have recorded a video on it about how you can hack that process in a way by stuffing keywords into your resume in order to trick the system. I mean, and you can also try to, I don't necessarily recommend this, but people have done it, but you can try to inject commands into the AI so that the AI will say that this is a great resume. But that's the world we're living in. So, but for but it's more than resumes, it's personal branding. And obviously I can't go into all the details about what you might want to do for personal branding. It's also personal projects, and it's also about networking. There's some crazy statistics from something like 20%, some places say 80%. The reason the statistics are crazy is because nobody really knows the answer to this, but the 80, 20%, anyway, a large number of jobs go to those within people's networks. So, look, we have a whole strategy around this. Actually, it's covered in that workshop, but if you're interested in the implementation, then let me see if I can share my screen. Look, we have a whole strategy around this. So actually, it's covered in that workshop, but if you're interested in the implementation, so here, this is our Accelerator program. Share my screen, which is currently available. It's going to be available. So actually, it's covered in that workshop. But so if you're interested in the implementation in terms of so education, getting a job, this is our Accelerator program. I talked about, resume, networking, is currently our Accelerator program. It's going to be available. So actually, it's covered in that workshop. But so if you're interested in the implementation, not just the acquiring of knowledge, education, getting a job, Accelerator program. I talked about, resume, networking, StationX. We have our Accelerator program. It's going to be available. So actually, it's covered in that workshop. But so if you're interested in everything from the implementation, to put this in there for you as well. So I'll put that into the chat as well for anyone that's interested in that. Double streaming. Yeah. Stop double streaming now. Thanks for that. Yeah. Apologies for that. Okay. Good points to discuss, how to solve them. So, yeah, I've got the... Yeah, apologies for that. So what I was saying was that if you're interested in the implementation side of networking, resume, just basically all the stuff for getting hired, then we have a program for that called the Accelerator. I put a link on there, which is open at the moment for accepting new applications, but it will be closed in about 7 days. So that's the Accelerator, stationx.net/accelerator. So good point in discussion, how to solve problems, cyber, build on devices, and when you do things devices. This creates problems in Office Director. Want solutions, activations at work. Please give a tip what to do if you come to interview and this done to person in interview. Solutions. Not sure I fully understand that question. Device, when you do things, devices on this create problems. Yeah, sorry, I don't quite understand the question there. All right, I think that's it from me, unless anyone else has got any questions. StationX, we have a community there as well, and do lots of live stuff, much more than I tend to do here, and all sorts of other things. So pop over to StationX if you're not already there. I guess a lot of you already are. All right. Have a good one. And I'll chat to you next time.